Hi, thank you for tuning in to 60 Minutes. I'm Grace Gabord alongside
Emma Gessert.
And we're here to inform the public on the toxin benzene. So Emma, what is benzene used for?
Well, it's widely used as an industrial chemical, and some natural sources of it are volcanoes and forest fires. But human sources of it are crude oil, gasoline, and most prevalently cigarette smoke, as well as it's used as a solvent for fats, waxes, resins, oils, plastics, and rubber. And it's used in the manufacture of detergents, explosives, pharmaceuticals, and dyestuffs.
Interesting.
What is its general chemical structure?
Benzene is an organic chemical compound. Its chemical formula is C6H6. Its molecule is composed of 6 carbon atoms joined in a ring with 1 hydrogen atom attached to each carbon atom, classified as a hydrocarbon, VOC. Benzene is introduced into our environment through tobacco smoke, gas stations, motor vehicle exhaust, and industrial emission. Indoor air generally contains levels of benzene higher than the outdoor air due to ventilation issues through glue, paints, furniture wax, and detergents. Are there any risks that come along with benzene?
Well, in normal environmental concentrations of benzene are unlikely to damage animals or plants. And it is also unlikely that benzene has any environmental effects at a global level.
Does it strongly bind to...
Benzene is volatile, and it passes into air from water and soil surfaces. And in water and soil, it breaks down more slowly, and it's slightly soluble in water and can pass through the soil into underground water, contaminating it. How long does it remain active in the environment, Grace?
Once in the air, benzene reacts with other chemicals and breaks down within a few days. Benzene in the environment does not build up in plants or animals, which is good, but benzene in the air can also be deposited into groundwater.
When plants are exposed to benzene in the soil, their growth can be slowed, but they affect mostly aquatic life. Aquatic life can become ill and may stop reproducing. It can also alter their behavior, change their appearance, shorten their lives, and it's known to have adverse effects on the developing fetus in animals. When humans inhale small amounts of benzene, they may experience drowsiness, dizziness, headaches, as well as eye, skin, and respiratory irritations. And at high levels, they may even experience unconsciousness. When they inhale large amounts over a long period of time, it can cause various disorders in the blood, including reduced number of red blood cells and aplastic anemia in occupational settings. It also has reproductive effects on women when they inhale high levels, and it's a carcinogen for all routes of exposure.
What is the approximate toxic or lethal dose of the toxin?
Well, for humans, it's 10 milliliters. And under standard conditions for rats, from inhalation, the LC50 is 13,050 to 14,380 parts per million per 4H. Grace, are some life stages more sensitive than others to the effects of benzene?
People with respiratory problems such as asthma, young children, the elderly, and people with more sensitivity to chemicals are more prone to irritation and illnesses from the VOCs.
Okay, are its effects synergistic or antagonistic with those of some other environmental contaminants?
Synergistic, because benzene can react with other chemicals and create smog. And as a VOC, airborne benzene can react with other pollutants to form ground-level ozone, which can damage crops and materials. Are there any regulations or laws that exist to control the use of benzene?
Yeah, the FHSA, or Federal Hazardous Substance Act, requires labeling on any containers of hazardous household products to help consumers safely store these products and use them, and to give them information about the first aid steps to take in case accidents happen. And also the Control of Substances Hazardous to Health Regulations Act in 2002 stated that general requirements for employers are required to protect employees and other persons from the hazards of these substances involved in working around these substances and incident planning. Next, we're going to talk about some possible substitutes for benzene, because the use of benzene as a solvent has largely been phased out recently, as safer alternatives can often be found.
There are things such as benzene-free paints that are now commercially available, along with benzene-free glues. Cyclohexane is often used as an alternative to benzene in electroplating, rubber manufacturing, and varnish solvents. Heptane is another effective replacement for benzene and is commercially available for use in paints and coating as a solvent. Water-based paints and adhesives can also be used in place of organic-based ones.
We hope that this segment has helped to inform you and your families on the harmful effects of benzene and how to reduce it in our environment. Thanks for watching.